Hi, I'm Sandra Wheatley, SVP of Customer Marketing, Influencer Communications and Threat Intelligence at Fortinet. Today, I'm joined by two of my colleagues, Jay Garcia, who leads Fortinet's Veterans Program, and Chris Rivers, who is a technical lead for our professional services organization at Fortinet, who came through the Veterans Program in addition to Jay. Jay, let me start off with you. So you came to Fortinet through our Veterans Program, and you're now today leading the actual Veterans Program for Fortinet. Could you share some of your experiences with us?
No, absolutely, Sandra. This is a great program. First and foremost, the Veterans Program is able to assist transitioning service members and veterans, as well as military spouses, find employment, either at Fortinet or with our partner ecosystem. And upon transitioning from the service, I found about the Veterans Program through a state organization by the name of Work for Warriors. They connected me with the Fortinet Veterans Program. I applied, I got accepted, and 3.5 years later, here I am. I was fortunate enough to get hired at Fortinet to actually lead the program. And it's been the best 3.5 years of my life.
That's fantastic, Jay. And I know the Veterans Program is actually quite broad. In fact, it's not just about our training, curriculum, and content, but it's much broader than that. What makes this program unique?
No, and you're absolutely right. It's not just training. Although we do provide training for service members and military spouses. Additionally, what we do with the program is that we're able to provide mentorship and coaching to the candidates, as well as introduce them to our employer partner ecosystem. From the program, we do hire veterans ourselves. Unfortunately, we cannot hire everybody. So what we do is we share these candidates with our employer ecosystem. And when it comes to mentorship and coaching, we're able to help these service members with their resume. Some of the challenges that they face is not being able to translate what they did in the military to what we need them to do out here. And that's where our mentors come in, and mentors such as Chris Rivers. He's able to provide additional coaching, mentoring to these service members.
Chris, speaking of mentoring, so you also came through the program. Can you share some of your experiences, as well as some of your experience around mentoring to other veterans today?
Yes, Sandra. So before I get into my experience as a mentor, my background is I served 4 years in the United States Navy. On the USS Grapple, I was information systems technician. And when I first got into the service, my rank was E2. And when I transferred from the military to the civilian sector, my rank was E5, petty officer, second class. So fast forward now to the present, I've been working for Fortinet for 5 years, and I hooked up with Jay, and we discussed the Forti Mentor program. And it was just something about becoming a mentor. It was an exciting time. And I said, this is something I want to do to give back to veterans, right? And some of the things that we do in the Forti Mentor program is we do, like, as Jay said, resume reviews for job seekers, critique those resumes, mock interviews. And the main thing that we do for the veterans is we provide a lot of support and encouragement, because when you transition out of the military, it can be challenging, right, to make that smooth transition to the civilian sector.
Yeah, absolutely. And congratulations for doing that so successfully. In fact, one of the things I hear constantly is that veterans have a lot of the skill sets that map very well to cybersecurity. I was wondering if either you, Chris, or Jay could comment on that, on what some of those skill sets might be.
Okay, I'll start it off and continue, Sandra. So one skill I think that transitioned very smoothly is situation awareness, right? Being able to gauge a certain situation, because in the military, whether it's the Navy, the Army, the Marines, the Air Force, you deal with a diverse set of individuals, people, cultures, and different things like that. So that translates very well when you're dealing with CEOs, CTOs, CIOs, and things like that, and the soft skills as well, because in today's world, not the technical skills can only get you so far. But if you have the soft skills to be able to relate to people, that makes you that much better of an engineer.
No, absolutely. And I agree with Chris. From the military, a lot of these candidates, they're able to walk away with both tangible and intangible traits. And at the same time, many of them, they don't know what they don't know. Some of these traits that they bring to the table is the situational awareness, working under very, very stressful environments. And, there's strong synergies between military service and this industry. At the end of the day, a service member is not going to curl into a fetal position when something goes wrong. So there's definitely a lot of traits and skills that a service member is able to bring to this industry.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things that, moving on to certifications, one of the things we learned recently when we did a survey of cybersecurity leaders, it was really clear that many of them value certifications, and many of them had certifications themselves. And I know, Chris, you're certified from NSE 1 to 8, which is pretty phenomenal. How have certifications benefited your career?
Wow. So when I first started working for Fortinet, I was a professional service engineer level 2. And when I was getting my NSE 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I became not a technical lead first, but a level 3 professional services engineer. And now I'm a technical lead. So it stands out to management, but it also shows that you're willing to increase your skill set, your knowledge base, and things like that. And not only just that, but a lot of customers recognize that in my signature file, and it's becoming not just one of those major certifications inside of Fortinet, the NSE 8, but to the industry itself.
That's fantastic. So if you were talking to veterans today who are thinking about their next step or their transition, what would be some of the advice you might give to them about, in terms of thinking of a new career, and in terms of cybersecurity, what would you say?
Well, Sandra, so I have to go back to when I transitioned out of the Navy. I was a land administrator on the USS Grapple, so I figured, hey, I will get out and I'll transition to be a network administrator, a systems administrator, security analyst, or something like that. But my very first job, true story, I was a desktop support technician / PC repair tech. And I actually got fired from that job. And the CEO of that company told me, and this will always stay with me, it was a lesson learned. He said, the number one thing that people transition out of military, you have to go, it's your mindset. You have to go from a military mindset to a civilian mindset. So, for a period of time, I figured, wow, I'm only going to be a desktop support engineer. So I got my certifications. I went to school. I got my associate's degree in cybersecurity, my bachelor's degree in information technology and security. And now, I'm working with Fortinet. So it's just, no matter where you start, if you got to start at the bottom, that's fine, right? Get your foot in the door, give it 110%, try to network with as many people as possible. And if you put forth the work and the effort, you will make it. So, and if I can, then, you can too.
That's great advice, Chris. And I definitely agree with you. Before we finish up, Jay, could you talk about some of the recent milestones that the Veterans Program has achieved?
No, absolutely, Sandra. This Veterans Program is definitely doing great things out here, not just for industry and bridging the cybersecurity skills gap, but also assisting many transitioning service members get into the industry. We just hit our 1,000 mark of veterans that have benefited from the program, so that's a huge milestone for us. Additionally, we're able to partner with nonprofit organizations throughout the globe. We partner with organizations such as Soldier On in Australia, Tech Vets in the UK, Coding for Vets up in Canada. So that's definitely a huge milestone for us. And also, we're able to grow our employer partner ecosystem. Right now, we have over 300 different employer partners that are hiring our veterans from our program. And, Fortinet also hires veterans from our program I mean, right now we are combined of 13% veterans at Fortinet. And because of the programs that we have set in place and what we do for the community, we've been actually recognized by Military Times 2 years in a row already as a best for veterans employer because of what we do for these service members.
Fantastic. So I was talking to my nephew this morning who's in Australia, and he's working on his certifications program and trying to get into IT. And I think both of you are truly an inspiration, and I will make sure he sees this because you've had some amazing words and advice for anybody who's looking to transition their careers. And I like to say there's no job security like cybersecurity. So thank you for your continued leadership and for being a role model and mentoring others. And we at Fortinet appreciate all of your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.